This abnormality, it was certainly different. It had a set of rules. What set of rules? Well, if you knew, I wouldn't need to tell you, would I? On this day, there was an abnormality that had what looked like 6 children in it. I was asking, what could be so dangerous in there that require containment? Then again, according to the database so far, the amorphous messes in anime come to life. So, 6 children being contained isn't exactly out of the ordinary. Although, how much more there is to them, well, we'd find out at some point this day. After the first round of research, we found out it was called Dream of a Black Swan. Also what class of abnormality it was, and it dealt white damage. As for anything else, that would require more research. A lot more. And not just because requirements for a quick-off meltdown were raised. Mostly due to an additional department being there. And the first ordeal of the day was a green one. Nothing too serious. And according to this was a non-escaped object. Why did I not believe that? From the looks of things, it looked like they were containing something. helping us out. Well, that's speculation. It was better not to let happen at all. Then we found out that anything but attachment was best for this one, and that the Krivov counter would lure if there was a normal result. And I was guessing a bad result would do the same. And apparently the appearance of the boys would change, one for each condition. I wasn't sure whether that would be the condition of each per condition, or whether it be each time the condition was met. Either way, I didn't want to put it to the test. Also, I was getting my agents ready for the battle that was ahead. But not before finding a little more about the dream of the Black Swan. A normal result lowers the Krivov counter. More than 5 employees dying. More than 5 panicking. And 3 abnormalities breaching. Also, the gift weakens the wearer of it, but at the same time it increased work speed and success rate. It had a suit that was decent against red and black. As for weapon, well, that would have to wait until later, because there was an ordeal ahead of us. I knew where all the doubts were. I just needed to get all the agents to where they were needed. As for using execution bullets, well, I wanted to minimize the risk of the dream of a Black Swan breaching. The minor robots were destroyed, but it wasn't over yet. There's still more research to do, and then there was the equipment to make. So I moved the agents that I needed to where they were needed and got on with it. I could only hope that I didn't need to use execution bullets on agents. I mean, using it on clerics was bad enough. Yeah, and decided to make sure that only 5 works were worked on at once. 2 of them predetermined, the other 3, well, it depended on my mood, and what I thought could use the improvement. As for the weapon, it's a black damage parasol. And if the grip-off counter was forcefully lowered, the appearance of the brothers would change accordingly. As in the clowns and the hentai monoliths. I better not let that happen. And why did I have someone work on our room? I thought at the time. That abnormality, it was more trouble than it was worth. Although Alrune was the least of my worries, as the red shoes got a normal result, and the best way to deal with that was to keep talking until they snapped out of it. Which was a relief, as it meant that I didn't have to send someone to kill him. And then there was the hentai monoliths appearing. And we know what happened there. Yeah, the training department, that one's purely instincts works. Well, there's also insight. But need to be careful with that one. In fact, why didn't I do that before? I decided to prepare for what was ahead of us. Getting out the way the agents in the main control rooms for each department, just so they didn't get crushed. And also to make sure that there were agents that could get to either side of the central command room. Just so they could get to it quick enough. Because according to my notes, leave them alone long enough and they'll grab off counters, and that's one thing you didn't want to happen. At least the execution bullets were painless. Still doesn't make me feel any better about it. Some were better at beating them up than others. Then again, some were better at getting there than others, due to their different justice rating. Another ordeal dealt with. And it was probably for the best I didn't know who sent those. Oh yeah, as for Tippereth, there were a couple kids found on the outskirts, I think. Well, they were in a nastier part of the area, I can safely say. Found by a fixer and brought here. They were both used as experiments, and when that failed, they were turned into department heads. And, well, while the girl was a more stable success, the boy, he kept breaking down, causing to be reset over and over again. As for Gibura, well, her background was more aggressive, shall we say. I mean, she had a lot of battle damage even with her new body. There was a reason for that. Trust me on that. And the reason why she was in that body in the first place. It wasn't due to experimentation. Let's just say that much. Okay, that's it. I am not using Alrune again. Not for this day. Why I wanted someone to work on that, I do not know. But we know what happens and how to deal with it. Send someone to beat them up and not take too long. Because if too much time is taken, well, it results in some agents getting killed due to having their minds broken. Well, I'd feel that way if I was turned into a unimaginative pinata. Except in this case, there's no sweetness anywhere in it. Yeah, best not to get greedy unless I knew where I was gonna go next. Yeah, it was too far away. And it looked like it was once per condition, rather than each time with the dream of the Black Swan. It was back in disciplinary. Yeah, I decided to finish it off. There was plenty of time to do so. And with that irritation dealt with, it was back to work. The next ordeal was an amber dusk, which meant giant worms. I had no idea what to do. I mean, how to deal with those. Sorry. My capacity for language was failing me there. Basically, get him around the elevator shafts and, well, hope they appeared in a place where I could, well, attack their rears. The part of them that didn't involve getting eaten. Although it was possible to attack them from the front, it wasn't a good idea. Not unless you use ranged weapons and fell back slightly so that you would stay out of mouth range. Yeah, it was a good idea to improve attachment. That way I could transfer some of the agents to different departments. Although it was words keep failing me. Must be getting to me the execution bullet usage. I was getting all the agents ready for what was coming. And considering the midnight ordeals were appearing, I found it best to deal with getting all the equipment done before the risks appearing. And thankfully, at least some of the worms were accessible. And I was asking, why did they use shield bullets? The smaller worms weren't here yet. Yeah, it was a gamble, but if it meant one less worm, it was a gamble worth taking. And in this case, it was. And then I looked at what was ahead. A violent midnight. The Vietnamese research gave a clear warning on that. Telling me that unless I had a lot of agents with decent justice rating, that I should not on any circumstances try and take that on. Also, it didn't help if I had a lack of a mix of powerful weapons and resistant suits. Because a lack of either of those, well, it wouldn't be good. He said that much. Oh, and for the record, this wasn't A. It was someone completely different. For example, the founder of this company wasn't someone from this parallel universe. At least as far as I was aware. My agents were making short work on each of the worms as they were able to get to them. Although it wasn't a good idea to stay in the corridors. The reason for that, well, it was a getting eaten risk just waiting to happen. At this point, all I had to do was wait until the worm appeared in a place where I could get to it. And being impatient, I decided to send everyone to control in order to deal with the problem quicker. The food chain was broken, and all that was left was to do some more works and get all of the Dream of the Black Swans equipment made before ending the day earlier. Because it didn't have much confidence in fighting the Violet Midnight. It was way too soon for that. I wondered what else was I not ready for? Well, they'd appear at some point. Just not this day. Who knows? I might be able to succeed where my other self fails with the Violet Midnight. Well, it's something to work towards. I thought at the time. An interesting story. Also, that parasol has a chance of reflecting damage back at the enemy. Which is something that could come in handy later on. It was also time to end the day, as there was only one more work until the violet midnight would appear. On day 27, Angela considered the mind being worthless in this world, where advancement was moving quicker than the mind could cope with. Apparently there are 26 singularities. Where beliefs and respect for various things supporting us, well, it just results in no one dreams. Okay, not just that. Believe in or desiring anything. In fact, the belief's now obsolete and worthless. And it was troubling Angela. At least, it appeared that she was troubled by this. Well, A was, certainly. Then she asked what happened to him, which was a good question. Apparently he died. And apparently she killed him. And yet he's been existing here for... Oh, and he's been watching me ever since I stepped inside. Puzzling. Apparently the department heads were asking her why they had to bear this pain. That's why I wanted to know. Where machines should exist only as a tool for specified work. Well, in their case, that's more complicated considering that all of the department heads are essentially human brains in metal bodies. And apparently the question she was asked Even she couldn't answer it. A machine must behave like a machine. Well, that didn't exactly apply to them, did it? Apparently A told her that often. And apparently this is all a puppet show for him. Yeah, I had no idea. And she was understanding about that, at least. And it was time for me to know. Apparently, I wasn't just some simple manager. And this wasn't the first time this happened. With mixed emotions. On her side. And then there was the void. It was then that my time would get a little more confusing. Well, it didn't matter whether or not I believed in fairy tales. As there was one that was gonna come disturbingly to life. A twisted take on the familiar tale. Good luck to him.